streams, mechanisms. Let people roll in. Who is ready for some baits tonight? Oh, should we do a followers giveaway while people are rolling in? There we go. Do a follower giveaway going. Do this little Strike King, I think. Something similar. Little baby bass crankbait. That'll be follower giveaway number 1. Just go ahead and tap the screen right up there. Make sure you're a follower. Enter the giveaway. That'll go off in 5 minutes. Got a bunch of stuff loaded in the shop. So if you guys want to pre-bid, all that stuff is available for pre-bid. You can also request things to run them. You see something in the shop you want me to run, you're ready to go. And I got a bunch of random stuff queued up that we can run as well. So if you got requests, let them fly. And somebody just got themselves some Visor Gang stickers from the shop, which I'm not sure I have handy, but if you want to just buy those for $1, you can get your shipping knocked down as well. So shout out on the I didn't see who grabbed those. I can probably see that here. Shout out to Anthony21868, got himself some stickers. He's all set up for the shipping already. Tacklecraft, I see you, bro. But yeah, make sure you get in the givey. Got people rolling in. Should we run a bait? Any requests? I see some pre-bids already. What do we want to start with? What are people in the mood for? Oh man. Then I'll for sure give away this DT10. The buyer's giveaway. I've got a DT10 and this flat B2 Bolsa. And if there's anything else that doesn't sell, I'll just throw it in with those for the buyer's giveaway. Let's see. What a magwort. Big old fat magwort to get the party started. So, magwort, I believe this is called Creek Craw. New storm version. Nice solid rattles. Start auction, 20 seconds. Do traditional auction to start things off. 20 seconds on the magwort, starting for $1. Almost everything we are starting for $1 tonight. So, there you go. What's up, Dadbot Angler over on the YouTube? First time buyers, I will try to throw some stickers in your orders as a thank you. Nick, what's going on, buddy? Congratulations. My box is open here, so I can transfer there from the unsold box to the sold box. Oh, I do want to. What's that? I can do a see what the mood of the ad poll preference. Sudden death, regular. All right, so only 17 people in the followers giveaway. Go ahead and tap that. What else? What do we want to run? I didn't see any requests. Any requests come in? What's up, Bobby Balsa? You can go on the tackle box. Nice. Yeah, they're great for. I don't have my like tumblers, tackle boxes, windshields. How about? Do we have any Arashi fans out there? We got some Arashi deeps. These are not as common. What's that noise? Is that my phone? Let me put on the DND here. All right, so we'll start this. So this one is missing one of its eyeballs. So the bass will think it's injured. And oh, all right, giveaway. Slippery one wet. You got the first crankbait on the givey tonight. Congratulations. We'll run one of those probably every like 30 minutes or so. So we'll run this guy for $1. So sudden death works that basically when it stops, it stops. The traditional auction, I think I have it set like any bids that come in under like 5 or 10 seconds, it bumps it up like 5 seconds. No Arashi deep fans out there. All right, we'll put that away for later maybe. Whereas sudden death, it ends. What I like to do when sudden death is when you bid, there's a thing where you can go in and hit custom bid. And so if somebody's doing sudden bid, I basically go in and set my max bid. So if it's a bait that I'm willing to pay $7 for, I go in and set it. If I only get bid up to $3, I get it for $3. If somebody overbids me, they pay $11 or whatever. So that's how. Let's see what kind of pre-bids we have out there. Looks like there's some pre-bids on the Geek Cracked Bug Pea. I do have a bunch of JDM stuff tonight, and all that stuff is listed in the. Here we go. The Bug Pea 3.5 inch, and it's kind of this like crawdad orange belly creature, brand new in a pack. It's actually pretty easy. So already a couple bids on this. We'll run this. We'll do this on sudden death. You can watch it. Sudden death, 20 seconds. So if you want, there's a button now that says like custom down here. And you can just enter what your custom bid is. And that's why I do them. Like some people run like 5 or 10 second sudden deaths, and to me that's not enough time to get a custom bid in. So that's why I like to run a little bit longer so that people have the time, they can set a custom bid. All right. So Bass Machine Lures, congratulations on the bug peas. You can practice on these like baits you don't want. You can just go in and set like a custom bid for like $2 and so it's about 61% sudden death. I will run a couple traditional auctions tonight just for the people that don't really like sudden death, but we'll run mostly sudden death based on what the chat says. I see another one here. The evergreen worms. These are really kind of interesting. They're long. I think they're 8-inch. They're like 8-inch nightcrawler looking things in kind of a green pumpkin color. You get 10 of them in the bag. It's the EG Pro Design worm. The bow worm noodle. I imagine that the Inchy rig or like really finessey Nico rigs. I'll start that. Not your jam. Yeah, we got some traditional. We got some JDM and we got some traditional stuff. So we got stuff for everybody. We got some MegaBass. Dan Red Molar. Congratulations. Yeah, this is stuff that I have like 1 pack of each, and when it's gone, it's gone. Like I don't have restocks of this JDM stuff. All right, let's run a flat max. Bandit Flat Max Shallow. I'm pretty sure they do not make these anymore. This one's in pretty good shape. Maybe a couple small scratches, hook rash. We'll run this one traditional auction. And then fairly sought after for those that like them. No JDM chatters. I don't really have any chatters tonight. A lot of crankbaits, a couple other things, some JDM plastics. Most everything's listed in the. There you go, nice grab, Bobby Balsa. All right, we got another. The Raid Japan Zaraganist Junior Cross. Kind of a green pumpkin. It's a 4-pack with some really giant, obnoxious blisters. But we will run those for $1. Sudden death, 20 seconds. Yeah, I don't have any raid chatterbaits. Sorry. I got some depths. There's for sure a depths, the slender scat. I can run those. All right, Steely 38. Congratulations. I feel like some of these are first-time buyers. I'm going to run this one. Free bid on this little guy here. Where'd he go? There it is. It's KVD. $1.5 flat and a chartreuse perch. I'll do this one sudden death. It does have a little bit of line on it, but other than that, it doesn't look like it's really been. I feel like it has upgraded hooks. These things are sticky sharp. I feel like you're getting upgraded hooks on most of these Strike King baits based on handling them and taking pictures. Nick getting his second bait of the night. Congratulations, Nick. Mm-hmm. Any Bandit one? No. I got Bandit 200s are the only Bandit 200s and Bandit Flat Max is the only 200s I have. I actually might have a Bandit 300 as well, but no 1,000 or 1100s. What's YouTube up to? What's up, Snatch and Love Baits? What's up, Mike M? Let's see. Here's a bid on the Spro Papa 55. Where's that guy? Spro Papa 55. I didn't look up the exact colors, but this is like a bluegill colored. We'll run that sudden death. 20 seconds. Khaki bandits. No khaki bandits. I don't think. I have you can see the ones if you look down and click on the little shop right there. Actually, might be you can see the ones I've got pre-listed, but I might have some others as well. Nick got himself another bait. Good deal. I think that's like a what, $12, $15 bait. Did I not? I didn't actually run it, did I? I pinned it. I didn't run it. Ugh. Try again. Did it run? I was in it. Did? Okay. All right. It was like lagging. Weird. Somebody's asking for the OSP worms. Let me find those. These are weird, guys. And I couldn't really open them. Got a weird little package. All right. Thank you, chat. All right. So these are the OSP MMZ Nami worms. And they're like all coiled up. And they're like these long nightcrawler looking worms like a green pumpkin. Somebody on YouTube said I should reconsider not sell these because these things slam big bass. But I'm running them for $1. So if you know, maybe you'll get a deal. Similar to the evergreens, Bobby says. No MegaBass poppers tonight. I got a couple of MegaBass jerkbaits, Mike. Cam Go Bay, we've only been running 15 minutes. Congratulations, Steely38. Nice grab. See another thing with a pre-bid on it here. This one was really kind of interesting. The Dual Realis Claw Trap Fang Ops Swimbait. And it kind of shows like the diagram on the back. It's pre-rigged and it supposedly has like this soft pocket for it to collapse. So it's like a little, it's like a watermelon seed 5-inch swimbait. So we are going to run this for $1. I didn't even bother looking up what some of these JDM baits go for. I'm just running them for $1. That's very, very generous of you, Cam. Nitro Light. Congratulations. $3 seems like a pretty good deal for a swim bait. Let's see here. You guys can request anything. That's all right, Bobby. You got snipes. So sudden death works. Feel free to use the custom. You want to run a bandit? Which one? Ooh. I didn't look up the actual colors. Here's a bandit 200. And it kind of looks like Sexy Shad, but it's got just like the faintest, like lavender kind of color to it. I don't think this is a particularly old bandit. Its paint job's pretty neat. It doesn't have triple grips. There's no obvious dimples in it, but it's good looking color. Not sure if they still make this color or not, but we will run that for $1. Somebody had a pre-bid on that. Fish catcher for show. Little bubbler. Jay Cioli. Nice grab. Oh, thank you, first time buyer. I would also like to say that coming into the night, I was at 958 followers. I would love to leave tonight with 1,000 followers. That would be awesome. Let's see. Got another. Thank you for the follow. Here to win my wife stuff. That's awesome, man. Why do I feel like that's not 100% true? All right. So Nishini Namazu. So this one, it's Japanese designer, but I believe the guy lives in Canada. So I think it's more CDM, Canadian domestic. Little baby catfish. We'll run this. Did I accidentally start this at $4? Or did somebody pre-bid it? I'm not sure. Oh well. It's running now. What's up, Joe Moon? Cam Gobe, I've not tried the Z-Man Goby looking baits. I'm just not a fan of Goby looking baits. There you go, $4. Nice grab. Congratulations. Or did it not go? Didn't run. Yeah, nobody won. I thought there was a pre-bet on it. Am I just imagining things? Watch this. How about for $1 for the baby catfish? It's all whatnot. So there should be a link and a little QR code if you're watching on I'll paste it in the chat here too. There's the link if you want to use it in YouTube to come over to Whatnot and check it out. All right. Bass Machine Lures, you just won this. Congratulations. Second purchase of the night. You guys can make requests. Otherwise, I'll run pre-bids. All right, we got a little, I think I saw a pre-bid on this guy. Yeah, somebody on YouTube also said this was a little smasher here. So the Jackal Derrick Hoop, ½ ounce, kind of a little shad minnow looking. The back of the package is a little torn, but nice little tailspin. We just don't throw tailspins up here in Minnesota. We don't have shad for the most part, so it's not something. I'll throw a blade bait. Thank you, Parker Tay, for sharing the live stream. Steely, congratulations. Good grab. All right, let's see a pre-bid on an Arashi Deep. I think. No? Yeah. So here's an Arashi Deep 10. Kind of their ghost gill, bluegill color. Really good shape. Looks practically brand new. Start that for $1. Discontinued bait. There are definitely some Arashi fans out there. Like this lip doesn't look like it's ever touched the bottom. What's up, Cody? I do have some other Arashis that I don't have pre-listed. So if somebody wants the square bills or the flats, I can run those. They just have to be requested. There you go, Cody. Let's grab. Should we run another Flat Max? Run my Zillion next. I have an empty Zillion box. Is that good enough? The Zillion is up on my boat. So here's another Bandit Flat Max. It's got a custom red hook. This one does have a few like hook rash scuffs on it. You can kind of see. It's kind of a pearl, blue back, black back. Gonna run that one, 20 seconds, sudden death. Run some of the plastics. Yeah, we can get back to the plastics. Any DRX? I have a DRX 756, but we're not running it tonight. Bobby got himself a Bandit Flat Max. Congratulations, Bobby. All right. Somebody said run some more plastics. Let's see which ones there's pre-bids on here. Should we run the heavy poop? We can get the heavy poop going because if somebody wins this, they're going to be set up for free shipping on pretty much the rest of the stuff. So this is Fish Arrow Heavy Poop, 3.6 inch, 18 grams in the Molt Craw color. I know these are pretty popular. I just am not super confident in this color. So we'll let him go. New in the pack, 6 count. The fish arrow heavy poop. Steely's looking to get him for $1. Would be a steal. There we go, Steely. Nice grab. I still think that's like half price for these. I think most of this JDM stuff's going for a pretty good deal for the most part. If you guys are just coming in, we'll run a followers giveaway here in a little bit. Love to get a few more followers. Trying to hit 1,000 followers tonight, if at all possible. I don't feel like it's updating on the on my profile page, to be honest. When will I be live again and whatnot? I got another show scheduled up in the future, but I'll be live on YouTube tomorrow night on the water. Run a zillion for a buyer's giveaway. It'll just be bass fishing baits on the next one, Mace. Okay. Oh, what else here? Should we run the dice? The field side dice? Where are they hiding in here? There they are. A 2-pack of the 26 millimeter field side dice in kind of a black. They're basically like a 1-inch cube. So these are a little bit bigger dice baits. Easton, what moves like a glide? Fishing the first champ, it actually was not my fishing. So my first fishing Champs Tour event was actually in 2016. I fished the very first one ever. Bobby Balsa. Got you some dice. So this was actually my 5th Champs Tour event, but I don't think I've fished one since 2017. But I am considered a rookie this year because they didn't have a full tour schedule back then. Tomorrow, I think like 6:45, 7 p.m. we'll be going live from Laconia. There you go. Why not on whatnot? I feel like you got a decent deal. I feel like dice are expensive, so those are probably a pretty good deal. Should we run some hooks for all our fancy JDM stuff? Small little package. All right, we'll run these Zapu Inchi 2.7 gram, 3.332 ounce. Start those at $1. Little weedless. They got the little weedless keeper on there. That's a 3-pack. Bear Hunter breaks. Congratulations. Oh, let's do another crankbait. Let's see. That would be not that one. This guy right here. Another Arashi Deep. Really good condition. This one also feels like it's never touched the bottom. Oh boy. Almost got a little bit of Hella with the crankbait. Almost impaled myself on it. All right, we can run a Bandit 200 here in a second. Just got to run this one first. And I got no time limit tonight, so if people are up for it, we can run and run and run. I can go. I got a bunch of baits that aren't listed that we can go through. There you go. Cody, another Arashi. Like I said, I got some of the flat Arashis and the square Arashis too. I just don't have them pre-listed. Somebody said Bandit 200. All right. Now this one is a bit of an older style 200. I'm not sure exactly on the color name. It's kind of a brown back, chartreuse orange. It's got the bronze triple grips, the beady little eyes, the little misshapen overspray on the bill. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, so those are all pretty good attributes of an older Bandit. I do not have the Arashi walking baits, Steely. Crushed them on a crank last weekend on the lake. Oh, nice. I didn't really get out deep enough to try them. All right, so we'll start this older Bandit 200. Pretty good fish catching color, too. And it's in really good shape. Like, maybe it's touched a couple pieces of wood or rock, but it's really good shape. Pretty good price for an old Bandit. Nice grab. Mm-hmm. Like I said, a lot of stuff's listed for pre-bids if you want. See, there's another pre-bid on these Reins. I should say umbrella wire, not umbrella white. But this is kind of a really weird, like almost dice type, but it's molded, strange plastic 3-pack, Scuppernog, $1 startup. Where else? The Bandit 200 went for only like $7. It's a pretty good deal. Where else do you get this JDM bait starting for $1? Reins does make good stuff. Nice grab. J. Cloy. Let's see here. Do have a Swimbait here. There are a few pre-bids on this. So I did tie this on and made a few casts in the pond just to do a comparative video with a MegaBass 5-inch. So there is a little piece of my fluorocarbon in there, but it is relatively new. Pearl White 5-inch final copy. The Bub Ring Shaker is a good bait. A lot of people like to package it to get a little cracked on the side too, but Nick, there you go. Strike King final copy. All right, let's see here. Here's another. Storm Arashi 10. This one actually has both its eyes. Run that one for $1. It ran a little deeper than the 5-inch mag draft. Slightly different action. I would fish it a little deeper and a little faster than I would a mag draft. Bobby Balsa. You know that Arashi's not Balsa, right? Sniped. Love IU. All right, we have another pre-bid on a Bandit Flat Max Splatterback. Where's it hiding? Topwater? Let me look. So there's the Bandit Flat Max Shallow, Chartreuse Brown Splatterback. In really good condition, the shallow one. I don't know if I have any topwaters. I feel like maybe we sold the topwaters last time. McTim's winning. Congratulations, McTim. Get yourself a nice flat max. Vixens. I do have Vixens. I mean, you want like a Chrome Gen 3 Vixen? No, we wouldn't run it for $1, but I could run it. What do we got here for Vixens? And there's that one. Chrome. Ghost Herring, Chrome, or Flittershad. No Dreamwalkers. No repos. So yeah, if you want to buy the stickers in the auction or the buy it now, they're for $1. You get 2 stickers, and then it basically gets your shipping going if you're going to bid on something else. Starting price probably $25. The Risto Rap is, I don't remember the Risto Raps. It's that one. Is that helpful? Can you tell what that is, Mr. Hatter? It's a parrot, but I don't remember the sizes of the Risto Raps. If I got a ruler here. Bobby Balsa says it's the 7. It is basically a 3-inch body without the lip. You guys want me to run the 7 parrot? Does anybody want that? Number 7 parrot Risto Rap. No longer made. Discontinued. It's one of my favorite all-time colors. Right there. Looking for the 5. Let a pike take a bite out of it and make it a 5. Bobby? Bobby can always use more crankbaits. You'll turn it into it. You're going to whittle it down to a 5? Or just put a 5 bill in it? Depths. Slender Scat, 5-inch in color number 153. If you can read Japanese, it's that color right there. Kind of a pearl belly, green pumpkin back. Starting these for $1. What would it? Slender Scats, these probably go for what, like $8, $9, $10 for this pack, I'd guess. Clay, you can't sit over there in your little bubble. You got to come hang out with the cool kids. No lefty bait casters. Cam Go Bay came over from YouTube, I believe. Got himself a deal on some Slender Scats. top waters. Let me see. So there's no top waters there. We got an umbrella rig. Top water, no. Deep running crankbaits. I could run that Vixen. This appears to be diving plugs and lipless. Yeah, for whatever reason, I am not flush on top waters right now. What about, does anybody like these guys? Anybody looking for these? DT flats? DT with crack scales? That's some jabberjaws. I don't think they make these anymore. What? Which always what? The DT flat? We can run the DT flat. I have to go to my random baits. So I know it says random lure out of the pack, but I will write it down. DT flat 3 in, forget what color they call that. It's just the silver black back. Start that for $1. Don't make me regret this. Random lure number 1 of the night. I know these are collectible little guys here. There you go. Bass Machine Lures. Number 1. Congratulations. Nice little find. I got more gems like that floating around, so if there's things people are looking for. I don't have any DT crack scales. No big glide baits. Is anybody interested in the Vixen? Chrome, herring, or silver flitter shad? Which ones are the discontinued DT6s? Should we try a chrome? Not running these for $1 though. Ugh. They really don't make this that easy. All right. Pretty good. Chrome Gen 3 Vixen. But no bell. I have bellows skills in my boat, but none handy tonight. Fair price, McTim. Fair price. Purple Olive Croc DT is another awesome one. Well, Bobby, since you won tonight, I'll send you those baits you were looking for the other night. I got them set aside. Let's see. What kind of pre-bids here? I see pre-bids on the MegaBasses. I like to save those for later, though. How about a Bomber Square A? Not in that box. It's in this box. I kind of like the color of this. It's like a little white and blue fire tiger. It kind of reminds me of the pattern of the tiger on Steve Kennedy's boat in Jersey, to be honest. I don't have that cracked in half one vision. That's Dane's, and he kept it. That's not actually my 110. That was the guy I was fishing with. He hit my Raptors in my boat. Nice grab, McTim. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff you can request in the shop. You can pre-bid. You can also, I got a bunch of Strike King stuff. I've got some Norman stuff that I don't have listed in there. Does anybody know what this thing is? Is this like a known crankbait? Or is this like some kind of random generic crankbait? Any other in that color? I don't think I do. It should automatically check you out. You don't have to hang out. It basically gives you a tally, and at the end of the show, it basically puts all your stuff together and gives you a final invoice. Cam. Yeah, it kind of looks like an XPS bait. Let's try running this random bait here for $1. If anybody's interested in this kind of flat side shad looking bait. I don't think I have any more geek crack tonight. Just a couple MegaBass jerk baits. All right. Nobody wanted that. I'm actually going to put this in the buyer's giveaway with the other crankbaits. So right now we got, just so you guys know, buyer giveaway DT10, balsa flat B2, and then we'll throw in this extra crankbait. You can always change out the hooks on those. We've been on for 45 minutes. Let's run another follower giveaway. They're in my boat. The bellow shad are in the boat. Can't reach them from here. So this will be this little guy, follower giveaway right here. So go ahead and click the follow button. All right, what do we got here? Back to the auctions. Got any Rapala Down Deep fans? Seems to be some fans of discontinued Rapalas in this stream. Like, they kind of innovated. They had that one with the red lip. They had this one with the chartreuse lip. You know, the colored lips never really took off. One of the first real deep plugs from Rapala. Get that little mark off there. It's in pretty good shape for an old plug. Bobby, you gonna steal this for $1, Bobby? That is a heck of a grab, Bobby. What about the any Fat Rap fans? This little morsel, little Finland made. Little silent, basically an OG kind of square bill. And Mr. Hatter says he likes that one. I do have more of these in a box somewhere. Not too far away. Mr. Hatter, congratulations. Little bubbler. About the 1.5 shallow fans. .5 KVD shallow version, so it's kind of almost wake-like. About 2 minutes left in the followers giveaway. Bobby Balsa. This is the, I think it's the Strike King bait for the follower giveaway. Even if you're not a super big fan, you can get it, and it'll count towards your free shipping. Pro tip. We do have another one of these baits that we sold earlier. Flat 1.5 chartreuse perch. Like new condition. Just under a minute left in the... thanks for the share, Mike. Looking to push to 1,000 followers tonight would be nice. Thanks for all the shares, Bobby. Let's see here. Like I said, I got a bunch of stuff listed in the store. So if you want to make requests, there's still 13 things. Otherwise, there's other things I can run. I got some Normans. I've got bigger Strike Kings. I got these Bagleys. I've got some newer Wiggle Warts. I've got some 6 cents. Does anybody... Oh, here comes the follower giveaway. Trevor Wagner. Congratulations, Trevor. What's up, Ryan Cannon? On YouTube. Chris Haney, all the JDM stuff was brand new. It's pretty much gone, except for the MegaBass stuff tonight. I do have Gambler Toads. They're not listed, but they're over in a box over there. How about a 6 cents Curve 55, kind of this black pattern? Run this as a random lure. Got a little these 6 cents fans, Curve 55, pretty good condition. You're gonna get that for $1? You are stealing. There you go, $3. Where are my bags? I thought I had the bags handy here. And it's random bait number 2 of the night. Great deal on the Curve 55, to be honest. Yeah, you would know about trolling, Clay. How about this big old plug here? I am not 100% positive, but I think this is a Soul 5 Labs bait from Evolve back in the day. Pretty sure. I think it's discontinued. I'm almost fairly positive this is a Soul 5 deep diver. What's up, AJ? We'll run this one for $1 if anybody's looking for a ghost baby bass looking deep diver plug for $1. You deserve it, Clay. There's never a crankbait for $1 that Bobby didn't like. There you go, Steely. We'll put that in your pile. Need a little bit bigger bag for this guy here, though. Number 3. A Skeet, Lucky Craft Skeet Mag? If it is, you got a heck of a deal. Maybe it is. I don't know. Either way, your risk is low for what you paid for it. I can't be an expert on every single bait, so. Let's see, what else we got here? How about the toads? You want me to get some cane toads? Is that what you're saying? KVD 1.5 chartreuse black. Shallow for $1. Like new condition. Wicked Wakes. You should want to buy this. Horseshoe tackle. AJ, what's going on? You got sniped, AJ. Bass Machine Lures. Yeah, I can go grab some. Just have to give me a moment. If I'm going to go grab toads, is there a certain color you would like, Bobby? I mean, they're literally like 10 feet away. They're not that. I just have to get up around here. How about a Balsa Divin B1 Bagley in brown craw? New in package. White, green pumpkin, or black? Hog Wild. Bass Machine Lures. Hope you don't mind, but I'm actually just going to write a 4 on the side of the package. Here's what we're going to do. Got another Bandit here. Kind of a root beer color. 300. Get you a good look at that. It's in really good shape. Bandit 300. I'm going to run a regular auction for 30 seconds. Now I'm going to go try to get on some cane toads while that runs. So bid at the end and have it go up. Make the auction go longer. Bobby won a root beer Bandit for $3. All right. Said black. 1 bag of black. I have this beat up bag of pepper grass. I like that color. I'm keeping that one for myself. Ghost Shed. We've got green pumpkin swirl. Another black. We've got this ghost shad and then bullfrog. Run the 110. Can run that. Let's run a couple. Bullfrog. All right. Bullfrog, bullfrog. $20 seconds. $1 bullfrog. Geek cracks are all gone. We do have some MegaBass. We got 3 MegaBass. Somebody just requested to run the 110. What do you want, the big 110 or the juniors? We'll run one of the juniors to start out. Bobby Balsa. There you go. Bag of toads. All right. We'll run one of these junior 110s. 110 junior. Wagasaki 2. New in the package. Sudden death. Bum, 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 bum. No problem, Bobby. Enjoy your evening. Thanks for your purchases. Tim Maynard, you need the tree fitty. Steely, congratulations on the MegaBass. What is a wood good though? My 110s, I like. I tend to throw them on like the Dobbins 704 CB or 705 CB, like the Fury 705 or the Champ 704 CB crankbait rods are some of my favorite rods to throw 110s on. Anything from like 6, 8 to 7 foot medium action, ideally like a crankbait with a fast tip. It's kind of my. How about, so somebody got this giveaway. Throw that over there. What else we got here? Anybody like the newer wiggle warts? Kind of got this like clown covered wiggle wart I could run. Newer style Storm. Wiggle wart for $1. AJ will throw some paint on it for $1. Nice clear bill. There you go, AJ. How about, we got any Bill Dance fans? Got the I forget what this is called here. Fat-free guppy or something like that. Where are my cheaters at? Got all Bobby's toads laying on top of my glasses. I can't see them. I got to win. Didn't you win the other crankbait? You get sniped on that other one. Here Oh, that's right. You got sniped. This is the medium runner. I think it's the fat-free guppy. Or the fat-free fingerling in a medium runner crawdad, Bill Dance signature. So Bill Dance fans, or if you like the fat-free fingerling medium runner, the Bill Dance signature. Nice little collectible bait, or a pretty good fisher, honestly. For $3, that's a heck of a deal. Solid deal. People are getting deals tonight. Yes, it is an excellent Excalibur Bomber fat-free fingerling, Tim. Oh. How about another shallow KVD? Kind of a bluegill looking red ear, copper nose type color. Almost like a baby smallmouth, to be honest. Could be good on the river up here. Any rats or wakes? I mean, this is a 1.5 shallow, which is kind of like a wake. Might have an Arashi wake. I'd have to check. Trevor, there you go. Let me see those Arashi. That's some RC 1.5 lucky or lucky strikes. If there's any wakes in here. Are these any good? These old $2.49 wiggle words. That's some 1.0s. Does anybody like the 1.0 KVDs? You give me $3 for that one, AJ? Nice. You are generous. You guys will give me the original price tag, $250. That'd be sweet. What else? How about this Bagley? I think this is a deep B2 or deep B3, something like that. It's new in package, it's just missing the correct packaging. Bagley crankbait. I believe it's a diving 2 or 3. I think it's a diving B2. What do you think, Tim? Horseshoe tackle. There you go. Now you got another bait. Oop, almost forgot to write the number on that. Number 7. How about a flat balsa B2? Or another Bagley. Flat balsa B2. Kind of a pearl white, blue, olive green, black back. Square bill, flat side. All Bass Fear Me was winning. Steely adding to his pile. 8. Oh, Not a lot of pre-bits tonight. Should we run another Kind of like a chrome perch wigglewort. Newer style. Clear lip. Horseshoe tackle for $1. All Bass Fear Me. Sniped him for $2. Congratulations. Tim Maynard in the YouTube chat says the newer wigglewort catch fish, and he says that flat B2 is a killer bait. People are getting good details tonight. He said that other was it DDB2. Should we try KBD 1.0? This is the little guy. Little square bill. 1.0 pond bait, or when the bait gets real small in the fall, these are little smashers. KBD 1.0. Get my bag ready for this. Bass Machine Lures coming in late. Getting himself a deal. Number 10. Ohio River Bait. I believe that. When you are scratching out those 12 inchers on those hot summer days, that'll get you a bite. Everybody wants the OG Wigglewort for $250. Interesting. Tim Maynard says the SK.10 is another good bait. I mean, so I have a bunch of other stuff that's not listed as well if people want. So I got all of these. I think there's like some, what does this say? Well, is that a Series 6 or what's one of the 6s, right? What are they? There's Series 6. What's the other one called? Why am I blanking on what the Strike King crankbaits are called? X6XD. Oh, we got. Yeah. Does anybody want a 6XD? I can run that. Got some of those guys. Not even sure what those ones are. I think these are mostly Strike Kings. I just don't remember all the models on them. 25-foot depth plus. I mean, this is probably the 6XD is probably the deepest crankbait I got tonight. I got some DD22 Normans. It's hard to hold up the box. I suppose I could take my phone out. Spread these out a little bit. And like we got big suspending DD22s. Some other Normans. Is that a deep little end? Middle end? So many ends. Can't keep track of them all. Look at that little guy. What's that say on the bottom of that? Does that say Wigglewort there? Those any good? I keep that one. Run him. Who's him? You gotta be more specific, Steely, when you say run him. The wart? The OG wart? Or the that one? I don't know. I kind of like that wart. I might keep that one. So what do we guys think about something like this? Looks like a Wigglewort. It doesn't say Storm. Also doesn't say Wigglewort on the back of it. The Lucky Strikes are probably the closest to the OG. This is post-wrap. They just didn't put the storm on it. We'll run this one just for fun. We haven't ran a bait in a minute. So, Boogawart, Fire Tiger, a little bit of... The Phantom Green was a Lucky Strike. This thing? All Bass Fear Me for $1. All right. So AJ says that these Lucky Strikes are actually pretty close to the OG, he says. We will run this Phantom Green Lucky Strike next for $1. I don't have any wee baits. AJ will take the Lucky Strike. Here's another one, AJ. You want to run this one too? Another Lucky Strike. The Wigglewart Painter said he'll take them, if that gives you any idea if they're decent or not. All right, $3. Make you holla. Bait number 13 on the Lucky Strike. 52 orders tonight. Nice. The Lucky Strike G5 is as close as it gets to the pre-wrapped words Tim Maynard on YouTube says. The Brad's Wiggler wort replica. Are you saying the, Tim, the ones that didn't have anything on the bottom of the bill are the Brad's Wigglers? He also says the DD22 suspends are collectors. I don't know if this is the collector crowd tonight. Should we run this Bandit 300? Got another KBD 1.5 shallow here. On that for $1. Somebody said this is like the minus one minus of the Strike King world. Thanks to those sharing the stream. Probably do another followers giveaway here in a second. Surprised there's been no rating tonight. AJ, what do you know about these shallow 1.5s that you're not telling me, bro? For $1. We'll get to... Do one more follower giveaway here. Oop. It's Pearl White, I think Strike King. Oh, was that Series 3? Something like that. That'll be the third follower giveaway. You like wake baits? I like lamp. The Bandit 300 fans. Blueback Herring. Like New. Jay Fishes, what's going on? Start this beautiful Blueback Herring Bandit 300, which Blueback Herring's backs are actually green, so this is more accurate than most. Look at you, AJ. Getting deals. Quiet chat tonight. Anybody else? Flat Balsa B2? PRGL color? Balsa Flat Balsa B2. Kind of lost our audience tonight. There you go, Steely. Ooh. Got to write the name on the box. Number 14. Oh. Anybody else want any cane toads? There's some pre-bids on the I do have another 110 Wagasaki 2. I do have some pre-bids on this GP Baby Kingo. Is anybody there still around and fans of the MegaBass? It's a quieter crew than I'm used to. Still have another big magwort. In Creek Cross. Nice big loud milfoil crashing wigglewort. All Bass Fermi says he'll take it for $1. AJ's got some pain. No Booyah Boogie Baits tonight. What's up, Blaze Baits? Doesn't seem there's that many people excited on the 110 Baby Kingo Respect color. Yeah. You want me to run this? 110 Respect, Billy? All right. Get people woke up here. So this is 110 regular in the Baby Kingo GP. This came out right before the Classic. One of their limited colors. Nope. End of follower giveaways going. Anthony Geis. Got yourself a little Pearl Strike King. Congratulations. Help you with your shipping if you're going to purchase something. And Bitly TTYL got himself a nice deal on a Vision 110. Limited Respect color. Toss it in Bobby's box. Try to remember that. He doesn't really like that much on Whatnot. I'll have to see, because like if you don't have anything coming and I ship it, it's weird. So I don't know if I can, honestly. We'll see. What's up, Jessels? Because otherwise, if I don't create a label for your shipment, it's not going to think that I'll have to see. Maybe. Open Meg. Are you saying to open your MegaBass, or do I have MegaBass that are open? Send you a sticker. Try to remember that. If you can remember to send me a private message, let's see here. Guys, do I have any open? No. This is I mean, on my boat I do, but not handy. But is there anything people want to see? They want to bid on? Requests? Got an umbrella rig. We got some any warts? I've sold quite a few warts tonight. Which warts are you looking for? I've got some of these Lucky Strike RCs pre-wrap. I don't know. Not feeling super. I don't feel like this crowd's motivated for pre-wrap warts tonight, to be honest. You mean like these ones? Little Michael Jackson? Or this Red Craw? Or that one? I don't know. I feel like the crowd's kind of small and unmotivated tonight, to be honest. Don't have Lucky Craft 3.5s, no. What's up, Paperboy? Fan, what's going on? Nice. So Tim maybe thought that this was the Brad's Wiggler, or it's an in-between Wigglewort, because it doesn't say Storm and it doesn't say Wigglewort. I'll try to run one of these. It's a nice color. Let's see. We got some more 1.0s. They're like Norman fans. Oh. Then we got some more. Anybody want a V209 KO? What a jerk bait here. Any Shadow Rap fans? We do have some Arashi squares. Got one Arashi flat. I passed over the that's you got to be careful, fan. Arashi flat. Got some Strike Kings. What else is around here? In this box. There's a question. Maybe Tim knows. Lucky Strike Ricklon 1.0. Yeah. The giveaway. You have to be over on Whatnot Blaze Baits. There's a link pinned description. Does anybody know what this is? Tim? No, it's a Rapala Crank and Rap, but it's a long one, I guess. It's kind of a longer version. Custom painted Fat Rap. Yeah, I don't know. That was just an idea. If those were Brad's Wigglers or not, I don't know. Anybody a fan of this guy? Should we run it? Rapala Fat Rap 7. Nobody's interested. There's like 15 people on here, but nobody seems interested or has any requests. Maybe we'll just wrap it up tonight. Maybe Tuesday night is not the... should we just run the buyer's giveaway and call it a night? Chat is so chatless. Pre-bet on the 110. E-fan, for you, I will run the 110. Because we're boys. MegaBass 110 in Bronzeback. If you're looking for something, let me know. I got some stuff pre-listed in the shop, but I also have a bunch of stuff handy. So 110 Junior, Wakazaki 2, new in the package. We'll start it for $10. $15, quite the deal for a 110 Junior, 25 MSRP. Bronzeback said, I'll bid it up. There you go, Bronzeback. Congratulations. You got sniped, Givan. $60 orders tonight. Any other requests? Soft baits, Joe Winkler. We ran a bunch of soft baits earlier. Still a decent deal. Yeah. If there's any requests, otherwise I'm probably going to run the buyer's giveaway because seems like a quiet crew tonight. Not the usual chat fest and excitement level. Senkos. Yeah, I had some depths slender scats that I ran earlier. That's the closest thing to a Senko that I had. Don't really have much for soft plastics tonight. Yeah. Buyer's giveaway. We're just going to wrap it up. I can run something while we're doing the buyer's giveaway too. So start giveaway. So the buyer's giveaway is 3 baits. This random bait that we probably believe is like a Bass Pro XPS bait. This Balsa Flat B2 and this DT10. So anybody that bought something tonight, you can enter this. What's up, Martin? So get in. If you bought something, there should be quite a few of you unless you're not around anymore. Ran the Bells stuff earlier, Carson. Sorry. Any more wakes like I ran all those KVDs. I don't really have anything wake less. Those shallow 1.5s are gone. I think all these Arashis are square 3s and 5s. They're not wakes. Square bills, I got like a couple of RC 1.0s. Yeah, glad to see you around, Gee fan. So there's only 3 people. So you have a 1 in 3 chance. I don't know if just most of the buyers left. I do have one show set out in the future for a bookmark. I might move the time, but you can always bookmark that for the future show. I've got a bunch more baits here to run. And we still have baits in these 4 boxes here for a future night, plus other stuff. Plus I got some more of these balsas. If you guys would have been more motivated, I might have put that up tonight. I wasn't getting the vibe tonight. What if I raid somebody? Is there anybody on that you guys want me to raid? Looking for a 6-inch discontinued scatter shad. I'm not sure what that is. Designed by Guido Hibden. Is that a soft plastic bait? I was a big fan of the Guido bugs back in the day. About 2 minutes left in the buyer's giveaway. The Real Bill Dance or Tavis Will are on. You tell me, Jessels. Which one deserves the raid? Tavis Will. We will raid Tavis Will. I don't know, do we need to wait 90 more seconds or do we just draw the winner? I assume that if you're here, you got in. Raise your hand if you didn't get in. Run an RC? What? Which one? A 1.0? A 1.5? $1.5. Sexy Shad? 1.5? Give you a chance to get in. There you go, Jessels. You can get in the buyer's giveaway now. I should probably put this in a bag and write the number on it so I remember what it is. Hey, thank you for the tip, Dr. Jessels. Much appreciated. Number 16. Three seconds left. Who's going to get the buyer's giveaway? Was Jessels the hero? Did he know something? Our Hatter. Congratulations. You are the buyer's giveaway. These 3 crankbaits. Thanks, everybody. Let's do the raid. What was the name on that when he said? The Will? Tavis Will. Say hi, tell him Hella sent you.